Are you in the same mindset, thinking, okay, every move that Kent Hughes makes is informed specifically with forwards by a desire to bring in Pierre-Luc Dubois?
I had a really good conversation yesterday with Eric Engels about this, and I know that a really good conversation, Eric Engels, is generally a mutually exclusive term. But I had a good talk with him yesterday. He wrote a really good piece yesterday, too, on the website. I advise everyone to read it. And the thing is, too, is they still have Jake Evans under contract for a couple of years. So, and you can never have enough centers, right? So, first of all, Monahan was a good fit there last year. Clearly, Monahan was happy there. They were happy with him. I think a lot of people are rooting for him to get his career back going again, considering all of the trauma his body's been through. I think it's a situation where you always have insurance, right? You've got Suzuki. Now you've got Monahan. Evans is still there. You still have Borak. I think what Montreal's doing here, look, Montreal knows that that's his preferred destination. And, LA, we've got a team here, LA, and it's funny, I had a funny comment from someone the other day, Jeff, about how it's like, the guy called me like Dr. Winnipeg. You're doing Winnipeg's bidding up here. You're getting everyone convinced that LA is in this. And you're getting, and it's putting Winnipeg in a better position. And my response to that was, well, first of all, if they were going to leak it to anyone, it wouldn't be me. And secondly, I said that I really think LA's interest is legit. And he was kind of laughing. He does too. But the thing is, the thing about the LA stuff is, Montreal's sitting here knowing that he's their preferred destination. I think there's a couple things at play here. Number one is, does Montreal really, do they sit here and wait this out? Do they say, all right, if the Kings really are going to step up here, are we going to pick up our offer? Or the other thing, too, is, Dubois is looking for, at the lowest, Larkin, which is 8.75, at the highest, Barzell, which is 9.15. So in the 8x9 area, as has been reported, Montreal's indicated it's not really comfortable doing that because of where Suzuki is. And, I don't think that's going to be – I don't think they're going to be able to do that forever. Ultimately, the cap goes up. People have leverage. So people are kind of looking at the Canadiens here, and the Jets have a bit more time. People are looking at the Canadiens here, and they're just wondering, okay, how are the Canadiens going to play this? And that's kind of what Eric wrote about and talked with me about yesterday, that, people at, Montreal has to decide here, how much do they really want this player? And is the answer, yes, we go in, we close the deal now, and we sign him? Or is the answer, this is not what we want to do right now, and maybe somebody else gets him? So I think I kind of like Eric's thinking on that, and I think we're all I think we're all kind of waiting to see what Jeff Gorton and Kent Hughes decide.